This is Mamuni. Thank you so much for being Amar Baba.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to make ledger posting of simple journal entries. Step by step for the beginners in the easiest way. I'm also going to prepare trial balance with the help of ledger account balances. So let's get started. Chalo, shuru kara jak. What is simple journal entry? A simple journal entry is a journal entry which contains only one debit and one credit. Understood? Now let's go through the simple journal entries. In the books of Radha, see on 1st April 2022, cash account debit 80,000 to capital account being amount brought in by Radha. On 4th April, cash account debit 30,000 to sales account being goods sold in cash. On 12th April, Namrat account debit 15,000 to sales account being goods sold to Namrata on credit. On 30th April, sales returns account or returns inward account 5,000 to Namrata account being goods returned to Namrata. Total 1,30,000 in the debit column and 1,30,000 in the credit column. Now let's see why on 1st April 2022 cash account is debit. Cash account is debit because cash account falls under real account. According to real account, what comes in is debit. From the point of view of the business, cash comes into the business. So cash account should be debited. Why capital account is credit? Because capital account falls under personal account. According to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. Here, Radha is the giver of capital. So, capital account should be credited. Moreover, always remember the proprietor and the business should be treated separately. On 4th April, why cash account is debit? Cash account falls under real account. When goods are sold by Radha, cash comes in. So according to real account, what comes in is debit. Cash is coming in. That's the reason cash account is debit. Why sales account is credit? Remember, sales account falls under real account as well as nominal account. According to real account, when goods are sold by Radha, goods go out from the business. So according to real account, what goes out is credit. So sales account should be credited. According to nominal account, all incomes and gains are credit. So here when goods are sold, money is coming in. So according to nominal account, this is an income. So that is the reason sales account should be credited. On 12th April, why Namrata account debit? Because Namrata account falls under personal account. When goods are sold to Namrata on credit, Namrata is the receiver of goods. So according to personal account, the receiver of the benefit is debit. Since Namrata is the receiver of goods, Namrata account should be debited. While sales account credit, according to real account, goods go out from the business. So according to real account, what goes out is credit. So sales account should be credited. According to nominal account, all incomes and gains are credit. When goods are sold, cash comes in. So this is an income for the business. So sales account should be credited. Always remember, sales returns account is also known as returns inward account. Why sales returns account is debit? Because sales returns falls under real account as well as nominal account. According to real account, what comes in is debit. When Namrata is returning goods, goods are coming into the business. So sales account should be debited. According to nominal account, all expenses and losses debit. So when goods are returned by Namrata, what happens? Incomes are reduced. That is a loss for the business. So sales returns account should be debited. Understood? Why Namrata account credited? Because Namrata account falls under personal account. Namrata is the giver of goods. When she is returning goods to Radha, Namrata is the giver of the goods. So that is the reason, according to personal account, the giver of the benefit is credit. So Namrata account should be credited. Understood? Now let's do ledger accounts. How many accounts we have to prepare? See, cash account, capital account, sales account, Namrata account, sales returns account. 5 ledger accounts we have to prepare. Let's do it. First of all, we'll always prepare cash account. আমি আগেও বলেছি সবসময় আমরা ক্যাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট প্রিপেয়ার করব, কারণ ক্যাশ অ্যাকাউন্টে সব থেকে বেশি ট্রানজ্যাকশনস থাকে। See, on 1st April, cash account is on the debit side. What is the position of cash account? Cash account is on the debit side. So, capital account will be also on the debit side in the cash account. Understood? What is the amount? 80,000 1st April. Let's do it. Since cash account is on the debit side, capital account will also be on the debit side. To capital account, how much? 80,000. What is the date? 1st April. Let's see. Are kono cash transaction ache kina? See here. On 1st April we did. On 4th April, cash account debit to sales account. So what is the position of cash account? Cash account is on the debit side. So sales account will be also on the debit side in the cash account. What is the amount? 30,000. What is the date? 4th April. Let's do it. To sales account. What is the amount? 30,000 on 4th April. Let's see. Are kono cash transactions ache kina? On 12th April, Namrata account debit to sales account. No cash account. Ignore. On 30th April, sales returns account debit to Namrata account. No cash account. No cash transaction. So, ignore. Now let's close the cash account. Now which side is greater? Obviously debit side. 80,000 plus 30,000. That will give you 1,10,000. So the total is 1,10,000. Since debit side's total is greater than credit side, we'll always have to write 1,10,000 on both sides. Where is the shortfall? The shortfall is on the credit side. Lesser amount kothay? Credit side e. তো আমাদের কি করতে হবে? ব্যালেন্স করতে হবে। Since we have written the total 1,10,000, but on the credit side there is nothing, 0. So we'll have to write something to balance it. So by balance CD, what will be the amount? Debit side's total is 1,10,000. Nothing has been written on the credit side, means 0. So deduct 0 from 1,10,000, we'll get 1,10,000. And what will be the date? The last in the month of April? 30th April. Understood? And this by balance CD will be brought down on the opposite side. Why? Because Radha has not shut down the business. She will continue the business in the next month. To balance BD, same amount 1,10,000. 1,10,000. The date will be the very next day, 1st May. Understood? Now tell me, is cash account debit balance or a credit balance? Always remember, I told you, which side is greater? Do you remember? I have told you many a times. Debit side is greater than credit side. So cash account is a debit balance. And moreover, to balance BD is written beneath the debit total, 1,10,000. So cash account is a debit balance. Let's do the next account. Now what is the next account? Capital account. Cash account we did. What is the position of capital account? Since we are preparing capital account, we'll be looking at the position of capital account and not cash account. Since capital account is on the credit side, the opposite account is cash account. So cash account will be on the credit side as well in the capital account. Understood? What is the amount? 80,000. Date is 1st April. Let's do it. By cash account. So by cash account, what is the amount? 80,000. Date is 1st April. Understood? So let's see. Any other capital transaction is there or not? See here. On 4th April, cash account debit to sales account, no capital account. Ignore. On 12th April, Namrata account to sales account, no capital account. Ignore. On 30th April, sales return account debit to Namrata account, no capital account. Ignore. So let's close the capital account. Which side is greater? Credit side. Debit side, there is nothing. Since credit side is greater than debit side, we'll write the credit side's total on both sides. I've told you many a times. So where is the shortfall? The credit side's total is 80,000, debit side 0. So deduct 0 from 80,000. This will give you 80,000 as well. So key balance লিখবো আমরা always যেখানে shortfall আমরা কি লিখি to balance CD, and this will be brought down on the opposite side by balance BD. Same amount 80,000. What will be the date? The last day in the month of April and the very next day 1st May. Understood? Now tell me, is capital account a debit balance or a credit balance? Capital account is a credit balance. Why? Because credit side's total is greater than debit side's total, and moreover by balance BD is written beneath the credit total 80,000. Understood? Let's do the next account. Now see, on 4th April cash account we did sales account. Now see, what is the position of sales account? Sales account is on the credit side, so cash account will be also on the credit side. What is the amount? 30,000. 4th April. Let's do it. Since sales account is on the credit side, cash account will also be on the credit side. By cash account, how much? 30,000. What is the date? 4th April. Now let's see, আর কোনো sales transaction আছে কি নেই? Now see here, on 12th April, Namrata account debit to sales account. Sales account is on the credit side. So what is the position of sales account? Since sales account is on the credit side, Namrata account will also be on the credit side in the sales account. So what is the amount? 15,000 and date is 12th April. Let's do it. By Namrata account. What is the date? Date is 12th April. Amount is 15,000. So let's see, আর কোনো sales transaction আছে কিনা. See here, on 30th April sales returns account debit to Namrata account. So there is no sales account. Just ignore, and now let's close the sales account. Let's do it. Now tell me which side is greater. Obviously credit side is greater than debit side. What is the total of credit side? 30,000 plus 15,000, that means 45,000. So let's write 45,000 on both sides. কোন সাইডে shortfall হয়েছে? Obviously on the debit side. So let's write to balance CD. What is the amount? Since nothing has been written, it means 0. So deduct 0 from 45,000. You'll get 45,000. And this to balance CD will be brought down on the opposite side by balance BD. Same amount, 45,000. What is the date? 30th April, last day in the month of April, and this will be the very next day, 1st May. Now tell me, is sales account a debit balance or a credit balance? Sales account is a credit balance because credit side's total is greater than debit side's total, and moreover by balance BD is written beneath the credit total. Understood? Now let's do the next account. On 1st April cash account to capital account, we did cash account, capital account done. On 4th April cash account done to sales account done. On 12th April Namrata account to sales account. So what is the position of Namrata account? Namrata account is on the debit side. Remember, since we are preparing Namrata account, we'll see the position of Namrata account and not sales account. Sales account we already have done. Since Namrata account is on the debit side, sales account will also be on the debit side. Understood? What is the amount? 15,000. What is the date? 12th April. Let's do it. To sales account. How much? 15,000. Date is 12th April. Let's see. আর কোনো Namrata transactions আছে কিনা? Now see here. On 30th April, sales returns account debit to Namrata account. So Namrata account is on the credit side. Since Namrata account is on the credit side, sales returns account will also appear on the credit side in Namrata account. Understood? So what is the amount? 5,000. Date is 30th April. Let's do it. By sales returns account. Sales returns account. How much? 5,000. What is the date? 30th April. আর কোনো transactions নেই. Now let's close the Namrata account. So on 30th April sales returns account to Namrata account we have done. So Namrata are kono transactions nahi. So let's close the Namrata account. See which side is greater? Obviously debit side. So we'll write the total of debit side on both sides. 15,000. Write on both sides. So where is the shortfall? The shortfall is on the credit side. Koto shortfall? Debit side total is 15,000. Credit side total is 5,000. So deduct 5,000 from 15,000. You'll get 10,000. So J side is shortfall. J side is lesser amount. সেখানে আমরা কি লিখি? By balance CD. By balance CD. How much? 10,000. Date is last day in the month of April. 30th April. And this 10,000 will appear on the opposite side. To balance BD. To balance BD. How much? 10,000. What is the date? Date is the very next day, 1st May. Now tell me, is Namrata account is a debit balance or a credit balance? Namrata account is a debit balance. Why? Because debit side's total is greater than credit side's total. And moreover, to balance BD is written beneath the debit total, 10,000. Understood? Let's do the last account. What is the last account? Sales returns account or returns inward account. Understood? Let's do it. See here, on 30th April, sales returns account is on the debit side. We are preparing now sales returns account. So what is the position of sales returns account? Sales returns account is on the debit side. So Namrata account will also be on the debit side in the sales returns account. Understood? What is the amount? 5,000. Date is 30th April. Let's do it. This is the last account. And no more journal entries. To Namrata account. To Namrata account, how much? 5,000. Date 30th April. No more journal entries. Which side is greater? Obviously, debit side is greater than credit side. 5,000 is the total of debit side. Credit side ki ache? 0. So obviously, debit side is greater than credit side. So we'll write 5,000 on both sides. So we'll write 5,000 on both sides. So shortfall kothay? Where is the shortfall? On the credit side. So we'll write by balance CD. যেখানে shortfall আমরা সেখানে by balance CD লিখি অথবা to balance CD. How much? 5,000 minus 0. Nothing has been written in 0. So 5,000 minus 0, 5,000. Date is 30th April, last day in the month of April. And this by balance CD will be brought down on the opposite side to balance BD. How much? 5,000. What is the date? 1st May. Now tell me, is sales returns account is a debit balance or a credit balance? Sales return account is a debit balance. Why? Because debit side's total is greater than credit side's total. Moreover, to balance BD is written beneath the debit's total. Understood? Now let's do trial balance with the help of ledger account balances. How many ledger accounts we have prepared? We have prepared 5 ledger accounts. So with the help of these 5 ledger account balances, let's prepare trial balance. Now what is trial balance? Trial balance is a statement and trial balance is not an account. Understood? That is the reason we haven't written dear on the left hand side or seer on the right hand side. So trial balance as on 30th April 2022, name of accounts or particulars, anyone you can write. Ledger folio LF, this is the debit column and this is the credit column and the total. And trial balance should always tally. Debit column should be equal to credit column. Understood? Now let's see. This is the format of trial balance. Now let's see the first account. Cash account balance. Cash account is a debit balance. To balance BD, 1,10,000. So let's write 1,10,000 in the debit column. Always remember, cash account is a debit balance. And that is the reason we are writing 1,10,000 in the debit column. Let's see the next account. See, capital account. Capital account is a credit balance. Buy balance BD 80,000. So let's write capital account is a credit balance. That is the reason we're writing 80,000 in the credit column. কারণ ক্যাপিটাল অ্যাকাউন্ট হলো ক্রেডিট ব্যালেন্স, সেই জন্য ক্যাপিটাল অ্যাকাউন্টের অ্যামাউন্ট আমরা কোথায় লিখছি? ক্রেডিট কলামে। ডেবিট ব্যালেন্স হলে ডেবিট কলামে, ক্রেডিট ব্যালেন্স হলে ক্রেডিট কলামে। আন্ডারস্টুড? লেটস সি দ্য নেক্সট অ্যাকাউন্ট, সেলস অ্যাকাউন্ট। Sales account is a credit balance. Buy balance BD 45,000. So let's write sales account 45,000. Since sales account is a credit balance, we are writing the amount 45,000 in the credit column. Understood? Now let's see the next account. The next account is Namrata account. See, Namrata account is a debit balance. To balance BD 10,000 beneath the debit total. So let's write Namrata account. $10,000. Let's see the next account. Sales return account is a debit balance. আমরা কি করে বুঝতে পারলাম সেলস রিটার্ন অ্যাকাউন্ট ইজ আ ডেবিট ব্যালেন্স? সিন্স টু ব্যালেন্স বিডি ইজ রিটেন বিনিথ দ্য ডেবিট টোটাল। আমরা বুঝলাম বিকজ টু ব্যালেন্স বিডি ডেবিট টোটালের নিচে লেখা আছে। আন্ডারস্টুড? ডেবিট টোটালের নিচে যদি টু ব্যালেন্স বিডি থাকে এটা ডেবিট ব্যালেন্স। তোমাকে দেখতে হবে কার সাইডে আছে। ডেবিট সাইডের তলায় যদি লেখা থাকে টু ব্যালেন্স বিডি, দিস ইজ এ ডেবিট ব্যালেন্স। বাই ব্যালেন্স বিডি ক্রেডিট সাইডের টোটালের নিচে লেখা থাকে তাহলে এটা ক্রেডিট ব্যালেন্স। আন্ডারস্টুড? সিন্স সেলস রিটার্ন অ্যাকাউন্টে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি টু ব্যালেন্স বিডি কোথায় লেখা? ডেবিট সাইড টোটাল তার নিচে। টু ব্যালেন্স বিডি ইজ রিটেন বিনিথ দ্য ডেবিট সাইডস টোটাল 5,000। তার মানে কি? এটা ডেবিট ব্যালেন্স। আন্ডারস্টুড? সো লেটস রাইট সেলস রিটার্নস অ্যাকাউন্ট is a debit balance. How much? 5,000. That is the reasons we are writing in the debit column. So let's calculate. What is the total? 1,10,000 plus 10,000 plus 5,000. That will give you 1,25,000 in the debit column. What is the total of credit column? 80,000 plus 45,000 will give you 1,25,000. So the total of debit column is 1,25,000. The total of credit column is also 1,25,000. That means what? Trial balance did tally. So trial balance did tally because the total of debit column is equal to the total of credit column. Understood? There are no errors. Errors থাকলে কি হতো? Debit column won't have agreed with credit column. Understood? যদি এরর্স থাকতো ডেবিট কলাম আর ক্রেডিট কলাম ইকুয়াল হতো না, ট্যালি করতো না। আন্ডারস্টুড? আমরা ট্রায়াল ব্যালেন্স কেন প্রিপেয়ার করি? ট্রায়াল ব্যালেন্স ইজ প্রিপেয়ার্ড উইথ দ্য ডেবিট অ্যান্ড ক্রেডিট ব্যালেন্সেস অফ লেজার অ্যাকাউন্টস টু টেস্ট দ্য অ্যারিথমেটিক্যাল অ্যাকুরেসি অফ লেজার অ্যাকাউন্টস। If the total of the debit column equals to that of its credit column, it is proved that ledger accounts are arithmetically correct and there are no errors in the ledger posting as well as balancing the ledger accounts. Understood? Clear? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your precious time. I sincerely hope this was helpful. And before I fade out, please remember the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So be positive always. And don't entertain any negative thoughts. Bye-bye. Take care. Stay safe and stay blessed always.